The following Let's Play has been rated for mature audiences only. Any attempts to break the game are for entertainment value only. However, if any typos happen to be found, but it makes me wonder if I should, stop with the little previews. Do they spoil too much, or do they... The point of them was to grab interest from people, get people to watch my videos because they're like, oh, this looks interesting, this little teaser here that shows me something interesting is going to happen in this video. I should totally watch the rest of this video to find out what that interestingness is all about. But in the process, am I spoiling too much? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I stop with the previews? Because I'm not entirely sure they're helping. Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, we were told by the governor that we need to go to a place called Experia to learn about some prophecy about the end of the world or the collapse of the world. Something like that. We're basically finding out if something bad is going to happen because the governor is pretty sure something bad is going to happen. Especially considering something bad already happened. Now, before we get started, I would like to point out a glitch that I found. That's not the confirm button. Alright, so I wound up coming back here, loading up an older file and coming back here because I wanted to check if this guard down here would let me through. He doesn't. But while doing that, I found out something interesting. Now, you see that I haven't activated the skit yet. Under normal circumstances, you can't trigger a skit during a cutscene, or at least normally you can't trigger a skit during the cutscene. However, if I start this cutscene and while this guy is coming up, I'll trigger the skit, and I was able to trigger the skit. Right now the skit is running, and I move on the message, and then suddenly the cutscene continues, and we'll go through the cutscene and the skit continues. That's kind of an interesting little glitch there. Actually, I'm kind of curious about something else. Let me load this again. This is just a hunch. Oh, I can't move yet. Well, so much for my hunch. Of course, I can trigger the skit again while he's walking away. Alright, now we're going to continue forth with the game. Let's see, what happened in the stream after episode 666? There was a trial. We were found not guilty. And then we went into a dungeon and fought a boss and destroyed a sigil. And that's where we are now. We're destroying sigils and finding out if the world is going to end because of these sigils. So let's go ahead and use this here sigil to go into an alternate parallel world. Enter the land of magic Experia. I don't know, that noise was kind of foreboding. And suddenly we're here. It's a snowy world with floating mountains or something like that. A town, a dungeon, a tower, I assume another dungeon. Oh, look at this. It's not a snowy world, it's a floating snowy world with little itty bitty... Oh, we're not snow. It's not snow, it's clouds. Alright, new skit. So, this is Experia, the land of magic. I knew the legends of Experia were true, but to see it with my own eyes... Well, it is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Let's get to Chrysalis. I want to see what's there. Alright, we'll see what's there in a moment. But first, I want to point something out. Let's see here. Nils. Apparently, Nils is a master of illusion. That hasn't really come up yet. Will that ever come up, or is that just a random factoid that we'll never actually see? Something else I wanted to check was the critical hit counter. No, critical hit stat. Well, there's the counter stat. Maybe that's what I'm wanting. Where's critical hit stat? Is there a critical hit stat? Yeah, crit rate is 4%. And counter is 8%. I'm assuming I wanted to look at that to see if counter rate went up with the counter necklaces. I don't know, I'm kind of confused why I wanted myself to check that. Also, it occurs to me that I never actually healed after that last dungeon. Hopefully we'll find a healing point in town. Wow, there's a lot of places up here. What are all these places? They're places that don't work yet. Really shows that we're near the end of the game here. Are there going to be random encounters? Can't go here yet. Can't go here yet. Well, the only place we can go is the town. Oh, I get it. It's called Chrysalis because there's crystals. Welcome to the village of Chrysalis. You could have welcomed me a little closer to the village. I could have just wandered to the left here and nobody would have welcomed me. No random encounters? That sounds good to me. Also, I forgot that these were not hills that acted like walls. You can walk over these mounds. Treasure! 115 Gila? That's a non-number. I approve. Naturally, we're going to continue finding locked doors, but not this door. Instead, we find a treasure chest. Speaking of locked things, while reviewing the recording from the last episode, I discovered that there was still a treasure chest that I was not able to open. I decided to go back there off camera, and I still can't open it, because the treasure chest is locked. Am I going to eventually find a key for it? I don't know. This town is very peaceful, with no monsters showing up. Well, that means this is going to go pretty quickly for me, I imagine, if I don't have to, like, fight a whole bunch of battles. I imagine there's going to be a boss or two along the way. Strength shard. Let's see here. Strength, 51, 41, 45, 41. I don't know, his attacks are pretty good. Hers... Actually, let's go with Zilshia, because I noticed that whenever it comes to special attacks, hers are the weakest. I started off on the items menu, so I don't know why I was moving away from it. There's a side quest? Did I miss it? Was I supposed to go hunting for a person who didn't mention the treasure chest but did now that I completed the dungeon? Should I go back? Experia has no monsters wandering around the field, so we don't have to worry about any attacks. Well, that probably means they are in dungeons at the very least. Statue. What does a statue do? It's probably just scenery. Yep. What's this a statue of? What significance does it hold? I don't know. Sound bottle, and it's kind of a little bit cluttered around here. Wonder why there are crystals everywhere. They're actually... Oh, she's asking me if I wonder why there's crystals everywhere. They're actually Auric stones, ancient pillars of rock that contain the power of magic. I bet they're going to get drained at some point, and this land will come crashing down. I came to Experia for the knowledge. There's a lot of things to know about Deity and Experia. Is there like a backyard back there? Can I reach that backyard? Is there a door that I didn't pay attention to? I don't see anything. And this door is locked. I imagine there's going to be plot in here, but now that I know that there's like some sort of optional quest involving that treasure chest, I'm gonna see what that's about. Yeah, this is the second time that's happened. Boy, that roar of that portal followed me all the way into town. Okay, so the subquest isn't even open yet. Alright, so that leaves this house here. I'm gonna save this game because I imagine stuff is about to happen. Come to think of it, we're supposed to be getting another party member before this demo ends. I wonder who it's going to be. So many bookshelves. Can you imagine what it would be like to find a place with this many books? What would they all be? Well, this is interesting. I found an ancient scroll about sword techniques. Really? Can I see that for a second? Sure, take it. I'm not that good with swords anyways. Rail learned the skill Triple Menace. Stats. Rail. That's not what I want. What am I looking for? Skills. Rail. Triple Menace. A series of sword swings that hits 3 different enemies. Is it like randomly decide which enemies? That's cool. Alright, so apparently I'm supposed to be hunting on the bookshelves. Well, while I'm hunting for things on the bookshelves... Well, first let me talk to this person. This place is so huge, I don't think I'll be able to find what I'm looking for. That's why you need the Dewey Decimal System. Actually, the Dewey Decimal System is confusing, so never mind. Alright, while I'm looking... Oh, here's something. It's an ancient scroll that teaches about expert style archery. And we got arrow gatling. Oh, we'll find out what that sparkling thing is as soon as I'm done looking at other stuff. Arrow gatling. A flurry of arrows shot at all enemies. Awesome. I was waiting for a spell like that. You know, I was kind of hoping there was an inn in this town. Kind of need one. So, I've got a question for you all about preview clips. The preview clips at the start of each episode. I had one person comment that they spoil too much, which for episode 6, yeah, it kind of spoiled a little bit, because it's like, oh, our heroes wind up imprisoned. Although, considering what happened in the rest of that episode, that little spoiler wasn't much of a spoil in comparison. But it makes me wonder if I should, like, stop with the little previews. Do they spoil too much, or do they... The point of them was to grab interest from people, get people to watch my videos because it's like, oh, this looks interesting, this little teaser here that shows me something interesting is going to happen in this video. I should totally watch the rest of this video to find out what that interestingness is all about. But in the process, am I spoiling too much? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I, like, stop with the previews? Because I'm not entirely sure they're helping. Alright, well, I searched all the bookshelves, and apparently nothing else is happening. Unless there's bookshelves down here that I can't quite walk all the way up to. Were those the... Was that one with the arrow thing the only one? Yeah, that's exactly the point of the previews, to get you interested in seeing, okay, how does this play out? Alright. I like the ability to save any time I want. I mean, sometimes it's nice to when a game just gives you save points and you can only save at save points, but at other times it's like, yeah, I want to be able to save just in case stepping into this thing puts me in something that I don't want. That's a book? Hey guys, I found something. This book says The Sacred Prophecy of Gaisosian History. Read it, see what it says. Nah, I'm not the reading type. You read it, Zilcia. You're stubborn. I can't wait all day, princess. Yes, hi, Alicia Alice. You didn't miss anything yet. not big. We basically used the portal to take us into another world because we're looking for a prophecy that involves the end of the world. Oh fine, give me that book. The Sacred Prophecies of Gysosian History. 170,500,652 ACE at Common Era. After 17 billion years of peace, a feud between Gysos and Darius will grow ever stronger. Yeah, another world. Also, 170 trillion years? They've been keeping track of history for that long? For that matter, 17 billion years for Gysos and Darius having peace? I really doubt they've been around for 17 billion years. The Emperor of Assyria will lead Gysos to victory, thus ending a great war in its early state. Darius will surrender, and the two planets will be free of anarchy. Oh, we're going to different, there's different planets involved. That's interesting. So that would kind of explain the time frame of how long these places have existed. Probably these countries have spread throughout space, so maybe it's not really a country so much as maybe they own an entire solar system or something, or an entire sector of a galaxy. This is turning interesting. Is there anything that talks about the land collapsing? No. Nothing in here says anything about Ptolemy, nor anything about falling lands. That's strange. Was the land collapsing a plot to override the prophecies? There must be something missing. Something that was not pre-recorded. I have a bad feeling about this. We should get back to Deity and tell the governor about this. Let's bring the book with us. There must be something we can do about this. Obtain the prophecy book. Hey, before we bring the prophecy book along with us, you should totally check to make sure there isn't any bad Harbinger spells or anything like that in there. Also, knowing how old these countries and everything are now, it would explain why there's so many books here. I bet you most of this library is full of history books. Anyway, the fact that apparently this game is on a planetary scale is kind of interesting, because that's a little twist that I did not see coming. Well, I imagine that there isn't a whole lot to say about a prophecy. Heck, they didn't see a whole lot about the prophecy in the book. Granted, I don't know how much they read. New skit. To think that the events in Ptolemy weren't even pre-recorded in the Experian prophecies. What could this mean for Gysos? I have no clue, but something tells me that we're going to have a long journey on our hands. I imagine that still none of these places will actually do anything, which makes me wonder if there's any other places around the island of Deity, or near the city of Deity, besides that one place. There's that ghost noise again. Maybe ghosts reside in the portal. Alright, Governor, what do you have to say about this? Have you found out the details of the collapsings? There is a slight problem. There have been no pre-recorded prophecies of the land falling, just information on a future war. Oh no. But even though there is no info on land collapsing, we still have to find a way to stop them. I see. Well, we'll see if we can find a way to stop these catastrophes. In the meantime, we have received a letter of notice from the city of Zolestein. Zolestein? Isn't that place under siege by the governor? Which one? Are we talking about another governor? Cause this governor here is the second governor we encountered. The governor of Zolstein is no political authority, he's a tyrant of the law. That probably has something to do with the war spoken of in the prophecies. Yes, ever since Governor Zolstein was retitled a king, nothing but chaos has been going on there. The citizens of Zolstein requested assistance to protect their rights. An entire revolution has taken place? That's ridiculous. This is my last mission for you all. I want you to help the people of that city. I need you to stop this insolence. Alright, we'll do it, won't we, Rail? Yeah, don't worry. We'll help stop King Zolstein. Thank you all. I expect the best from you. Come on, let's go to Zolstein. Just so you know, Zolstein is east of Deity. It has a mountain barrier like Tolmia. You'll know it's Zolstein when you find a big black fortress in the center. Alright, sounds like a plan. So much for the prophecy hunting. Didn't really accomplish much. Aside from maybe that trouble in Zolstein with Zolstein, person, fake king, that might have some involvements. Lucius is a much easier name than Zolstein. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Next time we'll be doing this side quest that the purple-haired dude has for us. So, if you enjoyed this video, by all means, like, comment, or subscribe. A little friendly attention can help us even more. And for even more Let's Playing goodness from myself and from others, check out RPGMmag.com. Link is in the description. I feel like I messed up what I was saying there and kind of, but whatever. Next time, that guy. I'll see you then. Yeah, that's why I was confused about his name. It's like, wait, wasn't the town named Zolstein? No, it was the king named Zolstein. I mean, I figure it's entirely possible that the king renamed the city after himself. I mean, look at some of the places here in the US.